Okay.
Guero. Right.
So what's up?
What's up, bro?
We're live with Skywalker Boxing Media, Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got a special guest today. We got El Gallo Guero, Joseph Castaneda. How you doing, brother?
What's up, guys?
And we got Coach Jesse James Ochoa, legendary coach out there. Man, got some good
Not yet,
prospects.
not yet. One
Getting
day I'll
there,
be
man.
legendary. What's
Hey,
up,
but
guys?
hey, thank you for bringing on your fighter, man. He has a pro debut March 29th. It's going to be on the Venalo Lopez undercard. It's with Cachanilla Promotions, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and that's going to be March 29th. It's going down in Baja California, Mexicali. Get your tickets, man, if you're in the area. It's a fully stacked card. I was going through that promotions website, man, and man, there's a lot of fights on that card. I think they're co-promoted by Marv Nation, correct?
A lot of well, co-promotion with Marv Nation, but a lot of different collaborations he has. A lot of different people, but yeah, co-promotion with Marv Nation. So it's going to be a nice venue. It's at the how do you say it? Placa FX. It's like almost like a
Flex. It
like
just says
the
flex.
FX. It's like a fairgrounds, but with a big arena in it.
Oh,
Um, Yeah, so it's a big venue for his debut. It's a big venue, especially for him. And coming in, he's gonna pass the test. That's all we got to
yeah.
do. Once this first one goes, that's the challenge. Once you pass this one, everything else is gonna come natural after your first fight. You know.
Let me introduce Papi Chunyeyo up top to El Gallo Guero right here. I know you met him last time, Coach Jesse James. I was explaining to Papi Chunyeyo, man, I like your nickname, man. I'm a Güero Mexicano también, you know what I mean? And I was telling him, man, I was explaining the Gallo, it's like Gallo Estrada, you're a fighting Gallo, so I like the nickname, bro. I think it's a standout nickname. What got you into boxing, brother?
Well, just when I was little, I've been bullied a lot. And I don't know, it's just that I just got bullied over my weight and stuff. And my dad was like, "You want to go in boxing?" And my mom was like, "Nah, you're not going in boxing." And my dad was like, "Nah, you had to go in boxing." And then my dad just put me in there. I was like, "For sure." And then, I was just in there. I didn't take it seriously. But then when I started getting into sparring and stuff, that's when I was like, okay, I got potential to go grow. And then, yeah, my dad was like, "Nah, keep on going. Keep on going. Let's see how far you go?"
Nice.
Man, that's great. Yeah, I mean, you have a very unique look, man. Like this is in a good way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you kind of look like my people, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Can you like what? So what is? Can you explain what your nickname is in English?
It's the White Rooster.
The White Rooster.
Yeah.
I was like on Sir Roy Jones type.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe your fighting style?
I say Mexican style for sure. My coach has taught me a lot of things, and I remember when I first came in here, I didn't know a lot, and my coach had helped me a lot with that, and I seen the improvement.
Yeah,
Nice.
he got his nickname from me too.
Yeah.
El Gallo
I
Güero.
I
Yeah.
I named him El Gallo Guero. So when I seen him, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a nickname." And I was like, he's like, okay. I was like, just wait, it's gonna come
Yeah.
naturally. Just let me look at you a little bit. And I tried to see if there was any El Gallo Güeros, and you could do it like on BoxRec. You could type in El Gallo Güero and then
Yeah.
see if any nicknames pop up. And nobody's been El Gallo Güero that I know of. There's been a lot of Güeros,
Right.
El Güero, El Güero, Güero this, Güero that,
There's
but never El
Gallos.
Gallo Güero. So I was like, and he fights like a Mexican, like you said. So he had like that style where when he first came to me, he fought in that pocket, bro. He used to just throw chingazos inside. I remember when he came, he was 14, and his dad goes, "Don't put him in there with grown men."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we went to a gym, and all they had was grown men for him to spar. And this guy was like 26 when he was 14, and he ends up just beating the shit out of this kid. And this guy was experienced. And I was like, damn, bro. I was like, you're aggressive, bro. You're like a freaking fighting rooster, man. So that's how that came. And then his dad's like, don't ever do that to my son again. And then eventually his dad, handed over the birth certificate, homie, and let me take in charge of him. Now his dad enjoys seeing him just beating up all these guys, and
Yeah.
if he's not beating up, he's he's staying in the ring with all these top dogs. I just took him sparring yesterday in Riverside against a guy named Jose Torres. He's what did he say, 7-1-1 as a pro.
Yeah.
So he's an experienced fighter. Joseph's still 16 years old.
Yes.
And he's going to make his debut in Mexico as a 16-year-old because you can legally can. But his nickname just says a lot because he's able to stay in the ring and just do that work. So
Man, the Inland Empire got some tough dudes out there.
yeah, they
Woo.
do. Southern California, man. Southern California fighters are a different breed. I can tell you that.
Yeah, some tough
No,
dudes out there.
there's just a lot of, and that's the thing, man. When you get into the pro game, and even being local fighter and being on local shows, these guys are gonna start calling you out. Like
Yeah.
everybody's just gonna be on your ass trying to call you out, especially when you're in a small town or just in a small area out here. So, but yeah, man.
Man, that's making big moves, man. 16 and making a pro debut. I think we lost him.
He went black, fade to black.
Let's see what happened.
What's up, Jose? What's up, Gray Fox? Y'all know what it is. It's Papi Chunyeo. Heavy
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
the
salute
rock,
to, yeah.
There we are.
right on the
Can you guys
ear.
hear us?
Yeah.
We can't hear
Yeah,
you.
that's awesome, man. That he's 16 and jump starting his career early, man. In Mexico, you can do that, man. So that's good, man. He's gonna have a lot of experience by the time he's 21 and growing into filling into his man body. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have a lot of experience.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. I said, wait till you're 18, man. Your huevos haven't dropped all the way. They're
Right.
gonna drop more. He has a lot of testosterone in him, but man, when he gets a little older, he's gonna have
Yeah.
more strength and be more powerful. He reminds me of, obviously, not just his looks, but kind of like the same dynamic as Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
The only thing with Canelo Alvarez is he has a lot of amateur fights. We have 15 amateur fights, and amateurs was good to us, and he put on shows. He won some, he lost some. But one thing about amateurs, it's just not the same style that I teach. I teach a pro style, so it's different. So when he would lose, I'm like, if it was a pro fight, you would have won. But because it's amateurs, it's points, it's different. Don't discourage yourself. So after we did the Southern California tournament, then one other fight in San Diego, I was like, hey, I think after this, bro, we're just gonna go pro. And he's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And he, like I said, he stays in the ring with all these guys, bro, with all these
Yeah.
professionals, so he's able to do it. We were out in San Diego not too long ago too, and he was sparring some kid that had 308 amateur fights and 3 professional bouts. He was 3-0, 3 KOs from Ecuador. And at RGBA too, he was fighting some guys over there, some pros. We sparred some kid from Texas. Man, he was tough, bro. But Joseph stayed in there with him. I told him, hey, if you could get hit by a guy like that, your opponent that you're gonna have in Mexico, he's not gonna probably hit as hard as these. He was a WBO champion, I think, the one he was sparring.
Yeah.
But we're not underestimating anybody in this fight. His opponent that he has actually amateur experience too. He has a few amateur fights, so he's gonna be making his debut, and he's coming to bring it. So we're prepared for that.
Hey, bro. So are you playing any other sports right now, or it's just boxing? Like, do
No,
you
I'm
run
mostly
track?
focusing. Yeah, I'm mostly focusing on boxing right now. I really don't want other distractions.
Yeah. Hey, I follow you, brother. I wanted to ask you, man. When he said he brought it up, like you're like Canelo, bro. I seen you on the rancho with the horse, bro.
With the horse, yeah.
Your family has a ranch or what?
Not my family. It's a family friend, but we go in
Oh,
there
okay.
once
You
in a
go
while
riding.
to.
Nice. My wife's Navajo, and they have horses, bro. So they taught me. I'm a city guy, so I'm from El Paso, so they taught me how to ride horses, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
His family's from Ocotlan, Jalisco, right?
Yeah, Jalisco.
Yeah.
Okay, Guadalajara. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Raymond, turn off the bell for me, yeah. Yeah, he inherits his culture 100%. He loves the Mexican culture, and he's fluent in Spanish, by the way.
Yeah.
So but it's funny because I mean, look at his hat. He has his San Judas hat on and
Yeah.
and everything, but he's straight. He's straight. Loves
Yeah.
the Chicano culture and Hispanic culture, and he's all about
Nice.
it. We were at the looking for some boots for him yesterday, actually, and a
Yeah.
Tejana.
Yeah. Get them.
Yeah,
I used to rock the boots, man, when I was a kid, man.
yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I grew up in El Paso and Juarez, man, back and forth as a kid, and
Oh, what is crazy,
hey,
bro?
yeah, yeah, every
That's
day, man.
cool.
Yeah, all my family was in Juarez and Cuauhtemoc, Chihuahua. That's where my family's from, in Chihuahua, right there.
Oh, nice.
But
Hey, so hey, let me ask you something, bro, because there's always this huge rivalry with black folks and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. There's always this rivalry. Like, are you prepared to talk that trash? Are you a humble and just go about your way type of guy, or are you going to talk some trash and get people interested in you,
You're
but
saying,
still
what
be respectful
are you saying though? Like for this fight, or just in general with
in
any fight?
general?
In
In
general,
general, I'm trying to figure out what his personality is going to
I
be like.
I want to comment on that. I had to tell this guy to fucking stop dogging people and amateurs, bro. He has that. He has a little demeanor where he starts like, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. Like, but you could ask him. Go ahead. What are you gonna do, bro?
Well, I just feel like for this fight, I'm gonna just come in humble, not trying to. But obviously, if the other person, he got something to say, I'll say something also.
Okay. Hey, hey, there's a lot of trash talkers out here,
Yeah.
man. And
But I'm mostly a humble person, I respect people.
Yeah.
that's good.
He looks mean, bro. That's all I could say. Is
Yeah.
he has that look that when we go to our weigh-ins for our amateur fights, he's always all like, "Grr," and I'm like, hey, bro, come on, smile with me. Like, don't do that.
I'm just hungry.
Hey, is he like Virgil Ortiz in the ring? When he piss off Virgil in the ring, you can see it in his face. It's like a light switch switches, and it's another
Oh,
gear gets
definitely, bro.
unlocked. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And you know what I love about him is that he controls his anger though. Like, he'll switch it up, but he'll still be smart about it when he's about to be more aggressive.
yeah, more aggressive. You
So
can
yeah,
turn it up another level.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
Nick Ball. You can
uh-huh.
see that in Nick Ball. Nick Ball did that in the fight. He got hit
Yeah,
with something. He was like,
some
and
fighters got it, and some don't. Yeah, you're right, man.
yeah,
Still
That's
some
that
moves
real
for you.
dog.
that's good. I mean, so coach, let me ask you this: are there any unique training methods that you would say that you guys use? You know how some people use the NFL combine where they have the quarterbacks do the eye touching drill for hand-eye
No,
coordination.
I don't do so much of like all that stuff. There's a lot of different trainers that do some different things that I see, like Fimo's dad and them. They do a lot of like things like that. Um, we're just doing our basic training. We do noodle drills, mostly sprints, cardio, um, sprints, cardio, weights, the neck exercises, just old school techniques, bro. Not so much that fancy stuff. I think what helps me open up his lungs is when I'm doing the mitt work and I speed up the mitt work and just prolong the mitt work. A lot of trainers will just do a few rounds with them. We try to do 6 to 12, every time we're in camp. So it helps him with his cardio. His cardio is beautiful. He has no problem with his cardio and his strength as well. Not heavy weights, but just light weights. But I mean, look at him. He's
Yeah,
we're a week away, and he's not even shredded right now because he hasn't cut out his water. But when it comes to the weigh-ins, he's gonna look like a gladiator. So
What weight class?
he's supposed to be fighting at 135. Our opponent couldn't make weight, so they redid
Ooh,
our contract at 138. But yeah, he's lightweight. So
that's a mean division right there, boy.
yeah, well, it's
yeah.
considered for this fight. It's considered a catchweight, I think, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So, but we don't have any issues in our camp at all. He's good. He feels good. He's strong. Um, he's taking some hits in these camps from some of these guys, bro. And I'm telling you, man, some of these guys that he's been sparring, they hit him, and he tells me, he's like, hey, damn, they fucking hit hard, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, the good thing is you're taking those shots, and you're not taking them like with your guard down or anything, but you're taking the shots, blocking them. And when it comes to your opponent and you get in the ring, you're fighting with 8-ounce gloves. So when you fight with 8-ounce gloves, the hit is going to feel different. So the fact that you get hit like this by these pros, when you get in the ring with this kid, you're going to be like, Psh, that shit ain't compared to what these other guys that are 145 pounds, 147 pounders walking around. They tell us they're like 132, and I'm like, no way, bro. You're like 150 pounds. You're big
Yeah.
boys. So,
Yeah.
you know, the challenge has been there, man, and you know, the work is not done. We still have a week away. It's next weekend. The fight's next weekend, so we're just going to continue our cardio, sit-ups, weights, and whatnot. And our last sparring was yesterday, so we're feeling good right now, though.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to follow his career in the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have a jump
Yeah,
start.
the
So
goal is to get him at least 8 fights by the time he's 18. He's 16 right now. This year he'll be 17 in July 20th, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got that right. July
yeah,
20th. And then next year, you know, he'll be 18. So then I'll be able to fight him over here. Whether it's on a club promoter or, you know, a bigger name, that'd be great. But
yeah,
the goal is just to get the experience, build up his fights like every other fighter. A lot of guys are like, "Oh, you're a paper fighter. You know, you build your fights in Mexico." But who hasn't? Mayweather's done it. You know, he's
Yeah.
fought. I think he's fought in Mexico. Well, I know Devin Haney has. Devin Haney.
yeah.
Devin Haney, yeah.
Yeah,
Devin Haney
Bill
has a
Haney did
bunch of
that
fights
with
out
Devin.
there.
Yeah,
You know, so you know, it's just called proper managing, bro, and that's what I do. You know, and
yeah,
I'm his manager. I'm not just his coach. I'm managing him, and you know, I tell him the next time around after you have your license and everything, it's going to be easier, especially because it's your first fight. You get your foot in the door, and then you'll get more money because you have to pay for your fights in Mexico. It's
yeah.
not cheap. It costs us $1,400. So you know,
You know, a
so
lot of guys going to Colombia lately. I've met a lot of fighters, man. They're paying for fights out there, and where's another spot? Dominican Republic, bro. I think they're
and
going.
Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico right now. There's a lot of fights going on out there. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I would go out there, bro.
No, that's kind of far. Yeah, Mexico. You guys can drive to Mexicali. You
I,
guys are driving, right?
I was in Stockton 2 weeks ago, or was it a week ago when we
Yeah,
fought that guy Kumar Prescott, my middleweight. He's going to the military, like I was telling you guys a while back. He's going to the Air
yeah,
Force, but
hey, I'm Air Force guy.
yeah, he's going to be starting boot camp next month. And he's like, "Hey, let's do one more hoorah." And of course, they offer us another tough opponent. He didn't get knocked out. I seen on Mo Boxing Mo Life they posted that he got knocked out the third round. The referee jumped in the middle, bro, right when he was responding because I told him to load up on his shot, and they stopped at the fourth round. But he was doing good, bro. The kid, even the kid told us afterwards. He's like, "Fuck, you took some of my body shots, man, and I thought you were gonna go down, but he didn't go
yeah.
down. It was a TKO stoppage." But anyways, what I was saying is I feel safer in Mexico than in Stockton, bro. Stockton's crazy as shit, man. It was hood out there, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
I just told
Yeah.
it was straight hood out there in Northern California. I was like, man, this is crazy over here, bro.
Hey, you got to know somebody everywhere you're going. If
Yeah,
you,
no, I know. Thank God the hotel was walking distance to the venue, but even my pops, he's like, "Hey, I want to watch the last fight," because I had him helping me in the corner. I'm like, "Hell no! When everybody's walking out of here, bro, we got to be out of here, bro. We got to go back to our hotel room." And then we went to the other side of Stockton, where it's like the harbor's at, the more nicer area, and we went to go eat over there. But everybody, even that was locals, they're like, "Don't you dare go to a bar tonight! Don't you dare go to a restaurant! You
yeah,
actually get shot out
that's where
here."
them Diaz brothers is from, man. You know,
Yeah,
they the Stockton slap.
the Stockton slap. Yeah, but no, definitely I wouldn't be traveling anywhere else but Mexico for him, you know, because the age limit is 16,
Yeah.
so or 15 and a half. But yeah, I
How
feel
far,
safe.
how far is
I feel
Baja
safer in Jalisco
California?
than over there, bro.
How far is Baja California drive compared to Tijuana?
It's about 3 hours from here, 2.5, just depending on the day. So
Okay,
we're not that far. We go up through like Palm Springs area. So
okay,
Indio,
so
Palm
it's not
Springs
too
area.
far.
No, not that bad. Which I think we might fight next. I'm actually having a promoter hitting me up to take him to Jalisco to fight, but I'll see how that goes, bro, because that's going to cost more money too.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, you know, are you getting them are you getting them some work with different styles? You know what I mean? Because
oh,
like the European herky jerky style, you got the people with the sauce
yeah.
style. You know, you got the people from you got the people from the hollers. they,
yeah,
they got a crazy
he.
style.
I think what we focused on for this camp was Mexican fighters because they fight in the inside. A lot of these guys from Mexico, they're just brawlers, bro, and they try to fight in the inside. But Joseph, you know, like I've told you guys before, A, B, and C, you always have to have three plans, and he's a well-rounded fighter when it comes to fiighting in the pocket, outside, and using his reach. So it doesn't matter who it is. I think the only thing is the guy's going to be a little bit taller than us from what we see in like pictures of him. He looks just like maybe an inch taller. So we have to cut off that reach and
Yeah.
just attack him every inch of his body. We're not just going to find one shot. We're going to just do everything we got to do to be busy. We're not looking for the knockout, but if it comes, it comes. That's all I always say.
Coach, do you
Yeah.
know what size ring it is? I
I
call
th-
them Telemundo rings. They're the 16 by 16.
it
It
might be
ain't one of
small.
them, is it?
It might be small because it's in a small venue, bro. So it might not be that big, but that's fine. We're not worried about it. I mean, look at my little ring right here, bro.
Yeah.
He spars in
Yeah.
this. This
Yeah.
is
That's that Telemundo ring. It's, you got to
That's
go
what
to
he
work
calls
in there.
it's an 8x13, bro. So it's really small. So you barely have any room. But he sparred in here,
Yeah.
so it's. I mean, we don't do our sparring in here, but he's used to everything, bro. So we'll be
Okay.
good. We'll be good.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys? This guy got to go to class right now.
Just got one more, man. March 29th. What can everybody expect? El Gallo Guero. What can everybody expect, man?
I just believe they're gonna see a hard fight for sure, and they're gonna see a show for sure. Because I feel like I'm one of those fighters that could put on a show.
Nice. You guys tap in. It's going to be on the Venalo Lopez undercard, March 29th in Baja, California. And I appreciate you, Coach Jesse James. Man, I appreciate you allowing us to interview your fighters. And best of luck, man, to your team, your stable. And Papi Chuyo, any last words?
Man, y'all already know, man. Things are happening in the world. Find somebody, be nice to them, do a favor, and make sure y'all continue to support these athletes. You know, it's not easy to become professional. It's definitely difficult being an amateur. Just make sure you guys support these guys and just be optimistic and positive. That's about it. And thanks, Coach, for the time, and thanks, Gallo. So
Yeah, thank you.
looking forward to seeing you fight.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate your time and hit me back up. Hopefully, Red Feather's in the ring soon after our little layoff we have. We're coming on 7 months, so. But yeah, we'll touch base again. But thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate everybody in the chat. They're wishing you well. He says you got to break that guy Jose Diaz was telling you. So hey, much love to everybody. Hit that like button. Follow El Gallo Guero on IG at elgallo.guero, Guero for that's how you spell Guero. And you guys have a blessed night. Thank you.
You as well, brother.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Bye bye.
Appreciate it.